Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Here comes Bruce Ellington on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Watson now on second down. Going up top. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Tiger. 2-jet. Tiger.
Here's Watson. He may try and run for this. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
Tiger. Come back.
On first down, Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On second down, here's Miller. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. On third down, Miller. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Ellington to return. Spins away.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
To throw on second is Watson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Reset.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, 50. Hey, go, Roger.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwan. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Let's go,
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off play action. Keenum. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And here comes the Texans now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Keenum. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, go, Roger. Hey, orange.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. But I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum on the crossing route. He hits Demaryius Thomas. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Left side here to Sanders. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco.
Let's go, let's go. Roger, Roger, Roger.
On first down, it's Keenum. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And they will score a pick-6 for the Texans TD. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Fresh off the pick-6, here's Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line.
Down.
They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Keenum. And he comes back with one complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Mary left. Roger.
Keenum now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Christian Covington in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look.
Mary left, Mary left.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They begin with a run by Miller. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Richmond.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Come back. Do jet.
On 1st down, it's Watson out to his left. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Here's a give to Miller. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. 1:59 to go in the 1st half. Back to Denver right after this. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 20. He juked him. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
22.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he whips one in there complete. That's Demaryius Thomas. A gain of 6 there on first. The Broncos in the hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. On play action, it's Keenum. Over the middle, it's Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. On 53. Let's go, Roger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move left.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. From the red zone now, Keenum. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Here's Keenum. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And the Mile High Air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. He's going to fire one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way home for the Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Broncos are in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now it's Ellington to return. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Tiger.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Again, it's Miller. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game. And on the stat sheet as well.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they'll run for it with Miller. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On 1st and 10, Keenum. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got. Be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Right 20! Hey, go, Roger!
A shotgun snap for Keenum. This is Booker on the dump off. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, go, Roger. 22. 22. Cut.
Play action. It's Keenum. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Julius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now it's Ellington to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. To throw is Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Goes to Miller, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it again with Miller. There's a nice move. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Here's Shane Leckler now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And Denver getting set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They're inching closer and closer here to their own goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
No, Roger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
No, Roger. Very left.
Here's Keenum now on second down. Drops it underneath for Booker. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Down. Hot. 3-2-3, hot. Hey, go, Roger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Orange.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, go, Roger. Jam.
Where you at? Who's that?
22. 22.
From the gun, here's Keenum. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Welcome back now to Denver. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Brendan Langley picks him, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run with Darquan. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run again now with Darkwan. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, Keenum. Past the 20. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. From the red zone, it's Keenum. That's caught. It's Thomas. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Keenum. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Keenum throwing once more. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Roger, Roger, Roger. Stand down.
They'll run it. This is Booker. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Down. Who ready? Who ready?
A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He's got the hook up to Miller. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
Reset.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now a whistle and a timeout defensively. Trying to stop it, and they do with 2 seconds to go prior to the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Tiger. Hey, who ready? Richmond.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Texans on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Watson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Watson. Dancing to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Richmond. Black 99, feel it. Check. 26, Mike. Tiger.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Throwing now, Keenum. Sanders has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain.